the first pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck.
This is SportsCenter.
With the first round of the draft in the books, who's the best player still left on the board? Plus, why these top picks may never have a shot at playing in the Pro Bowl. Not one, but 2 Game 7s in the NHL. Who would take center stage on Broadway? And it's been 16 long years since Rats reigned supreme in South FLA. And there's this.
And a long drive, high and deep to right. A game-winning walk-off home run.
What a day on the diamond. Multiple ninth-inning nail-biters, and despite a win, the Mets suffer a big loss. Plus, Philip Humber's return to the mound, let's just say, was far from perfect. And the Bobcats do make it 23 straight, end up on the wrong side of NBA history as SportsCenter continues right about now.
Welcome to prime time.
A lot of excitement.
We're talking about our idiot kicker.
Mind-boggling, maybe 7 to 10 trades. This is the kind of player I like.
I'll catch that dream.
Greetings now from the Levy Lounge. Carl Ravitch rejoins me shortly, but first, staying with tonight's theme a long time ago, Barry Melrose was drafted in the second round.
Well, not that long.
A high draft pick in the second round by the Canadians. Montreal traded up to get him. He never played a single game in a Habs uniform. 2 Game 7 tonight to close out the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Just down the avenue from Radio City Music Hall sits, as you know, Madison Square Garden. Game 7s, last one the Rangers played at Game 7 at Madison Square Garden. They won the Cup in 1994. We know because we were there. Brandon Pruss chases Craig Anderson. Little bump there, and Dan Girardi fires wide of the net.
Referees set the tone right here. They were going to let stuff go. The goaltenders weren't going to be a protected species. You could go after them a little bit. For some reason, Anderson thought there should have been a penalty. Stayed down there a long time.
Playoffs are all about puck battles. Derek Stepan wins. It's Mark Stahl.
Playoffs are about guys scoring that never score. Stahl is not an offensive player, but he sees there's room to come up. Nobody picks him up. Everybody's lazy coming back. He beats the forward back that's supposed to be covering him, and he shoots it in the wide open net. Great pass by Stepan.
How surprised Stahl is to score. First in the playoffs, 1-0. Later, here's Pruss, leaves for Brandon Dubinsky, and the backhander Girardi scores.
Exact same thing happened. The forward fell asleep. Pick that guy up. He's gigantic. He's not a goal scorer, but pick him up anyways. And he comes in and actually makes a nice play at net. A little slapper right there off the far post and in. So 2 defensemen scores for the New York Rangers.
Look at the shock on his face, too, right? Later, Chris Neal and Michael Del Zotto, they've been battling all series.
Well, Neal battles with everybody. He's the most hated man in the world in New York. They were giving him a nice chant, as only the New York crowd can do. And it wasn't, you're the greatest, Neal, you're the greatest.
On the ensuing power play, Daniel Alfredson rips the one-timer.
Great news for Ottawa. Alfredson was back in. It looked like Henrik wasn't quite square with his angle there, beat him on the short side, but that's a heck of a shot.
Under 6 minutes left in the game now. Senators trailing by a goal. Jason Spezza to an open Milan Michalek, and Lundqvist makes the save.
Best save of the night. This is what a great goaltender does. He gets out, makes himself bigger, gets the angle, takes less to shoot at, away from the shooter, and bang, great save by Henrik Lundqvist. That's
under a minute. Sorry, Barry, under a minute left. Senators, the extra attacker, Philippe Kuba fires, and Lundqvist able to make that stop. The Rangers are going to hang on to win 2-1 and win the series in 7 games. They'll move on to face the Capitals in the conference semifinals. From 1994 through 2007, there were just 3 Game 7s between a 1 and an 8 seed. The 8 seed winning all 3 matches. But over the last 5 seasons, with parity, there have now been 4 such games, the 1 seed winning 3 times. First of all, Barry, congratulations to the Ottawa Senators on a brilliant season. Most people didn't even have them in the playoffs.
No, that's why they were under no pressure. They had a great season no matter what happened in today's game. Rangers would have been a debacle if they would have lost this
So they took the 1 seed to 7 games. The Rangers get, you want to call it secondary goal scoring from
Third-dairy.
Girardi and Stahl score. You better win. And as good as Craig Anderson was, he was outplayed by the Ranger goal.
Henrik Lundqvist was the story of this game, and that's why Henrik Lundqvist is one of the great goaltenders in our sport. He makes big saves at key times. The Ottawa Senators had a lot of good chances in this game. They had a lot of good chances in this series. The speed really caught the New York Rangers by surprise, and I think that's something the Washington Capitals can use when they look at the tape, that how fast Ottawa looked against the New York Rangers, and that's something they'll try to copy. But Henrik Lundqvist was great. You saw the great save in the third period. There are many more. Ottawa already took it to the Rangers late in this game. They really attacked. They had a lot of great chances, and they moved the puck side to side very well. It's just not like coming out and play your angle and making a save. You have to play your angle, then you have to move across and make another save on another guy and stay straight with the shooter and make yourself big. So Henrik was great. He was aggressive. He was strong. And as I said, I think the Rangers exercised a lot of their demons in Game 6 in Ottawa because they got over a lot of things. They played a super game, very solid game, and they looked very good tonight.
All right, so the Rangers' opponent has been determined again. That'll be the Washington Capitals, like an old Atlantic Division battle. Where's John Druce when you need him for the Caps? The Flyers are still awaiting their opponent, Florida and New Jersey. They are playing Game 7 in overtime right now. Talk about your dramatic. Barry Melrose back later in SportsCenter to break that one. Thank you. Carl.
Hi, guys. Thank you. Chicago had the Blackhawks. Apparently, so did Barry Melrose, going pretty deep.
Oh,
ouch, babe.
shot.
Ouch, yeah. And they got the Bulls in the playoffs, but the baseball buzz has been about this guy in the Windy City. That's Philip Humber. Last week, he becomes the 21st guy in Major League history to throw a perfect game. It was his 12th win. Ever. A can't-miss kid out of Rice. He was drafted in '04 right behind Justin Verlander. The Tigers ace has almost 100 more wins than Humber. Verlander's got a Rookie of the Year, a Cy Young, and an MVP trophy, but he's never had that after a perfect game because he's never thrown a perfect game. So he's never done this, follow up a perfect game. And how do you follow up the perfect game? Well, in a perfect game, you never let a base runner get to first. He did on the first batter. He walked Mike Aviles. So that perfect game is now gone. The no-hitter's intact until, look at this. This is how hard it is to get a no-hitter or a perfect game. That's a hit. That's in the first. So perfecto and no-hitter, no chance now. Adrian Gonzalez, and this is when Humber probably knew it wasn't going to be even a good night. That's a good pitch, and Gonzalez takes it to left. Boston's up 1-0. Gonzalez got an RBI double. Next batter, men on second and third. And it's David Ortiz. Gonzalez goes 1 for 4 in the game. Ortiz goes 1 for 3 in the game. And Boston's given Felix Doubront a 2-0 early lead. In the third inning, Boston up 2-1. Bases are loaded for Kevin Youkilis. He goes yard to right. A grand slam. And for all the talk about Youkilis early this year, he went 3 for 4 in the game, and his average is up to 241. Say hello to Salta Lamakia. There was some conversation about moving Ryan Laverne up from AAA. Forget about it. Salta Lamakia hit not 1 but 2 home runs tonight. Second home run of the game goes to left. Boston had a big lead, and they kept their big lead. Doubront and Junichi Tozawa, who threw 3 innings of 2-hit ball, win it 10-3. Final numbers on Humber. 5 innings, 9 earned, 8 hits, including 3 homers allowed. His 9 runs, the most ever by a pitcher in a start following a perfect game. The previous, you see, Catfish Hunter there, was 8. That was in 1968. One other Red Sox note, not good. Carl Crawford, a sprained ulnar collateral ligament in his left elbow, likely out 3 months. Not going to have surgery. Did have that platelet-rich plasma treatment, which has helped others. This continues what's been a very frustrating experience in Boston for Crawford.
That was a cheap shot at Melrose Ravitch. He wants a piece of you.
You fed me that line.
Nobody wants any part of this. The Bobcats make NBA history wrong way. Now they're in the same company as the 08 Lions.
We want to make sure that we've done everything necessary to follow up on every little bit of information and make sure that our ultimate decision is fair.
Like I said, nobody wants any part of this. The Bobcats make NBA history the wrong way, and why they are now in the same company as the 08 Lions. Also ahead, it's a top 10 room night. You should know we were there. Lots of focus on the draft. We need your help picking out the 10 best plays of the night. Keith Moore thinks this Marc Gasol pass to Rudy Gay should make the top 10. Will it? What else needs to be in there? Hashtag SC Top 10, Ravi. That's how that works. Also ahead, what an afternoon it was in baseball.
Hit high and deep to left. Izzy back. It is out of here. Drive in the air to right field. Stanton going back, and it's over his head, and the Mets win it. And a long drive, high and deep to right. A game-winning walk-off home run.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I get a full-size car?
For full-size cars, please listen to the following menu. For convertibles, press star 1. I didn't catch that. To speak to a representative, please say representative now.
Representative.
Goodbye.
You don't like automated customer service, and neither do we. That's why, unlike other cards, no matter when you call Chase Sapphire Preferred, you'll immediately get a person, not a prompt. Chase Sapphire Preferred, a card of a different color.
Chase Sapphire Preferred, this is Julie in Springfield.
You can
choose to take your chances, or you can choose the only luxury crossover in the world that can sense what's behind you even when you can't, and can apply the brakes even before you do. Introducing the all-new Infiniti JX with backup collision intervention system. Infiniti, inspired performance.
What if Behr Premium Weatherproofing protected you like it protects your deck? Rain wouldn't bother you, snow wouldn't either. You'd be completely protected. With Behr's advanced 100% acrylic formula that seals in the beauty and seals out the weather, you'd be safe no matter what comes, and every day would be a good day. Restore, beautify, and protect with Behr Premium Weatherproofing wood stains and finishes. A great value exclusively at the Home Depot. Good, better, Behr.
Good news, men use soap. Bad news, men use soap that can really dry their skin. Fear not, Dove Men Plus Care is here. It's the bar with 1/4 moisturizing cream, so it cleans and leaves skin feeling moisturized. Dove Men Plus Care.
I have spent the last 2 centuries locked in a box. What is the year?
1972.
What an age this is. How soon can horses be ready?
We don't have horses. We have a Chevy.
Dark Shadows, rated PG-13. SportsCenter, brought to you by Chase Sapphire Preferred. Get double points on travel and dining. See for yourself at chasesapphire.com/preferred. Infiniti, luxury cars that deliver inspired performance. And Behr Premium Weatherproofing wood stains and finishes for complete protection against the elements.
The Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck. The Washington Redskins select Robert Griffin III.
Go catch that dream, because a lot of times when you chase something, you never catch it.
I'll be shocked if this isn't Justin Blackmon.
Jacksonville Jaguars select Justin Blackmon.
'77 NFL Draft.
Continuing on with critical NFL draft picks from tonight. The Jets pick, always a good time at Radio City. At 16, Gang Green went with North Carolina defensive end Quentin Coples, who some say could be the next Julius Peppers, the second straight D lineman taken by the Jets in the first round, Muhammad Wilkerson last year. The Patriots nabbed defensive end Chandler Jones with the 21st pick. The 6'5" pass rusher out of Syracuse is the brother of UFC champion John Bones Jones. One pick later, the Browns took Oklahoma State quarterback Brandon Whedon. The Browns finished last season ranked 24th in passing. He ought to help.
You know, obviously, Colt's a great player, and I just want to come in and compete and do my best and put everything I have out there to be the best player I can. And however things line up, so be it. Like I said, Colt's done a great job there, and it's gonna be fun competing with him.
No, you're not going to the Colts, you're going to the Browns there.
Yeah, but he kept saying.
Colt McCoy, I think he was talking about.
Yep.
Look at pick 16 through 24. The show really hasn't changed, Ravi, since you left.
I can see that.
Alabama defensive back Drake Kirkpatrick went to 17th of the Bengals there, rounding out the top 20. Melvin Ingram, Shea McClellan, and Kendall Wright. Offensive lineman Riley Reif and David DeCastro go at 22, 23, and 24 there. More now on the draft. Trey Wingo, Bill Polian.
Well, Bill, there's 2 ways to look at the first round of the draft. Well, actually 3. One, it's lightning fast so far, or it was all about the quarterbacks taking 1, 2 at the top, or it's really all about those trades. So many trades, the most in draft history in the first 10 picks. Of all these moves that we've seen, which one stands out to you as perhaps being the best?
I think the Cowboys. I mean, that's a bold move to go up that far, and they get a guy that really solidifies their secondary. It's rare when you can pick up 2 corners in 1 year that you say, hey, we can go out and play with those guys tomorrow, and that's what they did. So it was a bold, aggressive move, and I applaud them for it. And among many really good moves, I mean, there are no bad ones here. There are none where you say, wow, why did they do that? Or what kind of a price did they pay? But among some really good moves, that to me stands out.
Yeah, Morris Claiborne goes there, and Brandon Carr, obviously they got in free agency from Kansas City. Obviously, Claiborne comes from LSU, where Patrick Peterson played a year ago. Peterson, by the way, the only rookie last year to make all-pro selection. Can Claiborne be that good? I know he's not a return guy like Patrick Peterson is, but can he be that good?
I don't know if he's going to make all-rookie, but he's got a chance to be really good because they're in a division now with Eli, with RG3, with Michael Vick, where balls are going to be flying around, and he is a ball hawk. And it certainly helps to play for the Dallas Cowboys. It's a very high-profile franchise. So he's got a chance to make a mark right away, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised that he becomes the guy who covers the speed receiver that other teams have, and they'll put the kid from Kansas City over on the power side, and Coach Ryan has something he can work with there. The basis of that defense is two corners who can play man-to-man. They now have that.
So you're telling me he's going to see a lot of Victor Cruz when they play the
I
Giants?
would think so, yes.
Yeah, we'll see if the Cowboys can actually win a home game against the Giants. It's Cowboy Stadium, but it really might be called Giants Stadium. They are 3-0 in that building, including that epic comeback, one of the 3 games the Cowboys lost last year when they had a lead of 12 points or more in the fourth quarter.
All right, fellas, as you might expect, more NFL draft coming. Todd McShay on the best first-round pick, and which player will make the most immediate impact in the NFL. That's still to come here on SportsCenter.
The year after the ultimate winner, Michael Jordan, left the Bulls, the NBA went on strike. The 98-99 season was shortened much like this NBA season, and the Bulls lost a lot. They went 13-37 in 98. That's a winning percentage of .260. Got worse the next year, and in 2000-2001, the Bulls were a total bust. They won 15 and lost 67, winning percentage of .183. So flash forward to the present, strike-shortened season. Michael Jordan, the owner, now owns the worst team in the league. The Bobcats are 7-58, winning percentage .108. A loss tonight, he can add another record to his resume. He doesn't want to add this one. A loss gives you a .106 winning percentage. The Bobcats last in the NBA in scoring. 21 times they have lost by 20 or more points. First quarter, the Bobcats are doing what they do well, struggling. Gerald Henderson had a lot of points, but that was an air ball. DJ Augustine, iron unkind. In fact, iron not involved. Augustine, the alley-oop. Henderson, Bobcat basketball. Michael Jordan, no. All right, second quarter, the Knicks, who rested most of their regulars because they're getting ready for a deep playoff run. J.R. Smith with the dunk. And we have a little flash. He had 22 off the bench. Third quarter, Knicks are up 2. Amari Stoudemire's open. Whammo. Knicks go up by 4.
Oh, whammo.
I did. That's old school. Later, Josh Harrelson is blocked by Bismack Biyombo. What rhymes with Biyombo?
Mutombo.
You got it. There was the old finger flash from Biyombo. Mike Bibby finds Stoudemire. Oh! How would you describe that? Like this from Marv.
Oh, Stoudemire with a facial. Going right at Tyrus Thomas.
I was going to go facial.
You were? Because I thought he struggled getting facial out. He kind of wanted to go somewhere else, but he went with facial. Oh, with the alley-oop. The Knicks won 104-84. The Bobcats, yeah, I'd hide too. In fact, I'd run and hide. 23 straight losses, clinching the worst winning percentage in NBA history. And again, strike-shortened season. Who knows what would have happened if we played 82. 2008 Lions went 0-16. Baseball's worst mark. The old Cleveland Spiders way back in 1899, just before Baseball Tonight came on the air. And the 74-75 Caps own the worst record in NHL history. 106. Yes.
All right, back as always to the NFL now. Interesting offseason so far for the Saints and their embattled GM Mickey Loomis. New Orleans draft figured to be far less interesting. As part of their bounty punishment, they were docked second-round picks. They already traded away their first-rounder. So the Saints will get back in the football business late tomorrow night during the draft's third round. They'll select 89th overall. As for the allegations of monkey business, today, as George Smith reports, Loomis addressed the eavesdropping charges made against him in an Outside the Lines report that aired earlier this week.
I welcome an investigation. You know, that's fine with me. I know it didn't happen.
On Monday, Outside the Lines reported that Saints general manager Mickey Loomis had an electronic device in the Superdome booth secretly rewired, giving him the ability to listen in on the headset communications of visiting coaches from 2002 through 2004. The report cited sources familiar with the Saints' game day operations.
In my 28 or 29 years in the NFL, I have never listened to an opposing team's communications. I have never asked for the capability to listen to an opposing team's communications. I have never inquired as to the possibility of listening in on an opposing team's communications. And I have never been aware of any capability to listen in on an opposing team's communications at the Superdome or at any NFL stadium.
A joint Louisiana State Police and FBI task force is investigating the allegations.
First of all, I don't know who's made the allegation. Second, I'm angry about it, frankly. I'm angry about it. It's not true. I have a clear conscience.
Loomis said the most important issue facing the Saints right now is getting quarterback Drew Brees under contract. He said he and Brees have remained friends even though negotiations have been difficult. Loomis did not offer a timetable, but said a deal will get done. With the Saints, George Smith, ESPN.
All right, George, while Loomis adamantly denies wiretapping allegations, he evaded questions about whether he truly agreed with the NFL's findings in its bounty investigation, saying it doesn't matter whether he agreed or not, and that they have to deal with penalties handed down by Roger Goodell. Among those penalties, his own 8-game suspension, of which he offered to spend that time working with the NFL on developing policies to further promote player safety. Chris Berman asked the commissioner about pending suspensions for those found guilty of playing bounty ball.
The most important thing for us, Chris, is to be thorough. And we want to make sure that we've done everything necessary to follow up on every little bit of information and make sure that our ultimate decision is fair. And I hope we're in the final stages of that, and I hope to have a decision soon.
Well, I was going to say a rough off-season for the Saints, but maybe among the roughest of all time for any NFL team off-season. March 2nd, the NFL released its findings regarding the bounty program ran by their former defensive coordinator, Greg Williams. A day later, the team franchised Drew Brees after failing to come to an agreement on a long-term deal. And again, on Tuesday, Outside the Lines reporting the eavesdropping allegations against their general manager, Mickey Loomis.
With the second pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Robert Griffin III.
No surprise, RG3's in D.C. Browns also score a splash with the first-round quarterbacks, of which team's poised to make some noise in round 2. The Pujols power outage still in effect. Meantime, late drama on the diamond was surging, especially in St. Pete.
And a long drive, high and deep to right. Rays sweep the Angels.
And a break in the Action Sportscenter right now. Puck into the stands. We get a whistle. Devils and Panthers 2-2. Line forming outside the Levy Lounge. I mean, that's a high-priced ticket to get. Melrose will be there with Steve as we continue on SportsCenter following a Game 7.
Rays Rangers, Sunday at 8 on ESPN.
This game is not fast. This game is faster. Strong is no longer strong. Fast is the new strong. Lungs are jet engines. End zones are scorched. The pocket is collapsing faster. The field just got shorter. The slow lose their lunch. The tortoise never wins. And if you're not faster, someone will let you know.
Turn left at Flying Car. Turn right at Explosion. Stay left at Lightning Bolt. U-turn. U-turn.
Yeah. Turn.
Introducing the entirely new RDX from Acura, the official vehicle of Marvel's The Avengers.
In shopping, as in life, timing is everything. And everything is buy one, get two free at Joseph A. Bank now. That's every fine quality Joseph A. Bank suit, sport coat, shirt and tie, shorts, pants, polos, and more. Buy one at regular price, get two more free. If you've been waiting for the right time to crank up your wardrobe, this is it. Everything is buy one, get two free. Now through Saturday at Joseph A. Bank.
The best intentions pave the road to devilish behavior and a superior tequila. Hornitos Premium Tequila.
You're Alan Poe. My writing has become the inspiration for a killer.
This Friday, dear God, evil
is gonna strike again.
meets its maker.
I'll send you to hell!
The Raven, rated R.
An accident doesn't have to slow you down. With Better Car Replacement, if your car is totaled, we give you the money for a car one model year newer. Liberty Mutual Auto Insurance.
Tough on sweat. Not on skin. Get powerful 48-hour sweat protection plus quarter moisturizer technology only with Dove Men Plus Care deodorant.
All right, back to revisit the draft and the end of the first round. The bottom of the first round picks. The Giants went for a running back and took David Wilson out of Virginia Tech. He's a speed back. First time the Giants have taken a running back in the first round since 2000 when they took Ron Dane out of Wisconsin, more of a power back. Of course, Brandon Jacobs gone. Maybe David Wilson can fill that hole. Again, the bottom of the first round looked something like this. Dante Hightower went to the Patriots at number 25. As for the final three picks of that first round, receiver A.J. Jenkins to the Niners, running back Doug Martin to the Bucks, and again, David Wilson to Big Blue.
As much as Major League Baseball would like, the baseball draft really can't compete with the NFL draft. It's not as glitzy or glamorous, and the payoff for the players is not nearly as immediate. I mean, if you're into instant gratification, and who isn't, the Major League Baseball draft ranks real low on the immediate dividend scale, which brings us to the amazing makeup of the Mets on Thursday. Their lineup made up entirely of homegrown talent. That's right, drafted and developed all 9 of them, including the now increasingly popular Kurt Neuenhuis, Tejada Murphy-Wright, Lucas Duda, and Ike Davis. The Mets have not been able to say that they're all homegrown, all 9, since 1971, including Jonathan Neese, who's on the mound, drafted out of high school. A shout-out, by the way, to former GM Omar Minaya. Your boys have arrived, my friend. All right, Heath Bell, he's on for the save. Bell's last outing came April 19th. That's a week ago. He couldn't find the strike zone. He walks like Davis on 4 balls. Bell struggled early this season, then he kind of settled in. Remember, he got that email from his wife, kind of calmed things down, but he's throwing a lot of pitches here and only 1 out. Next batter is Justin Turner, and Bell is ahead in the count 0-2 after 2 pitches. He's got him where he wants him. And now, Justin Turner's locked in. 3rd pitch fouled off. 5th pitch will jump up to the 7th. And then the 9th, remember, he had 23 pitches before the at-bat. So for a closer, this is an awful lot of pitches. 10, 11, 12. 22 for all 7 pitches is how many he threw here. A 13-pitch at bat. He walks him to bring in David Wright. It's not at the 2, and Ozzie Guillen speechless. 2 batters later, here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the Mets, greet the Mets, Kurt Neuenhuis. Mets walk off 3-2. He fell 46 pitches in the 9th inning. First time he's thrown more than 40 in an outing of 1 inning or less.
All right, the Angels and the Rays had a fantastic finish. A not-so-fantastic start to his Halos career for Albert Pujols. Still looking for that first home run. Top of the first, not going to get it there. Lines out to Evan Longoria, so Pujols 0 for 1. You see the reaction there. You think Angel fans are frustrated? He looks frustrated. In the 5th, Mark Trumbo. See, that's how that's done. That's a home run off Matt Moore, 3rd of the year. Game tied at 1. First hit that Moore gives up on the day, and well, he's not happy. I knew he made a mistake there. Top of the 6th, tied at 1. Here's Pujols. Maybe we'll take some baby steps like that. That's a solid knock up the middle. But wait, not baby steps. He's taking big steps. He's getting greedy, looking for an extra base hit. And he's thrown out by B.J. Upton, trying to stretch the barely a single into a double there. So Pujols even pressing on the bases, went 1 for 4 on the day. You saw the one hit. 2 batters later, here's Trumbo. RBI double into right center. That'll drop down and go to the wall. Torrey Hunter scores, and the Angels take a 2-1 lead. Bottom of the 9th, 1 on and 1 out. Jordan Walden is in to close the game for the Angels. Brandon Allen.
He's the closer.
Right now? For how long? Walden takes him deep to right center. It's a 2-run shot, his first of the year. The Rays come back to win 4-3. It's not just Pujols going bad for the Angels. Anna, the Halos are swept.
The closer was out of practice, Leeds. You have 6 wins in 19 games. You don't get a lot of practice. Great finish in the Queen City. The Natty, as Pablo tries to continue that hitting streak. Look at Pablo slap one in the left. He is now hit in 19 straight games. They've played 19 games. Bottom 6, Jay Bruce can't go there. Ryan Vogelsong up on the magic carpet ride. He's got 4 now. And of course, we have the fan out there trying to catch the home run ball. Oh boy. The daughter sleeping. He's trying hard not to drop the daughter. Thankfully, he didn't. Probably somebody calling saying that baby is alive. Actually, it's not an inanimate object.
Good arrow right there.
Let's forget the ball. We've had some ball issues the last couple of nights in stands. Texas last night, here today. Angel Pagan though, he wins it. He takes Sean Marshall deep for a 3-run home run. Great finish. The Giants get the win, 6-5.
All right, in case you're just getting in, you missed any of the picks from the first round of the NFL Draft, not to fear. We've got you covered. It's what we do here on SportsCenter. Also, Kobe concedes the NBA scoring title, and the rare air Kevin Durant now joins. Plus, on the last day of the NBA regular season, could the Bulls clinch home court?
Listen, I want what I want. I ask her to take a little off the top, and she gives me this. It's not what I wanted. Obviously, you don't have that problem.
Seriously, man, it looks fine.
Come on, be honest. I even brought her a picture.
And she still gave you that?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. She still gives me this. I don't understand.
Did you tip her?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have.
Thanks, Larry.
No problem.
Seriously, how bad is it?
Relax, man. It'll grow back.
Maybe.
You've been preparing all your life, playing out scenarios, envisioning victory. But this is not a drill. Heroes aren't born, they are made. This time, they will bring the fight to you. Prepare for battle.
America's been getting under cheese big time with so-called cheesy bread, and we were one of the worst offenders. So we've created our new stuffed cheesy bread. It's got as much cheese as our medium pizza.
Let's see how far we can make this go.
Order any of our new stuffed cheesy breads or medium 2-topping pizzas. Choose any 2 for just $5.99 each.
Kate, will you marry me?
Yes.
Attention. Here you went to Jared.
You went to Jared.
Who wants a little champagne?
Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, has 5 times a selection of ordinary jewelry stores with thousands of loose diamonds and hundreds of settings to create your own one-of-a-kind ring.
Oh. Please return your fiancée to her original upright position.
That's why he went to Jared.
Nice morning, Scott.
Hi. On a morning of tiny voices crying out, feed us.
I don't understand.
Your grass, man. It's a living, breathing thing. It's hungry, and you've got to feed it with Scott's Turf Builder. Attaboy, Mikey. 2 feedings now in the springtime. Strengthens and helps protect your lawn from future problems. Get Scott's Turf Builder lawn food. It's guaranteed. Feed your lawn. Feed it. Scott's is proud to be the official lawn care company of Major League Baseball.
This is me. Yep, born cool. This is my new Civic, and I love it.
This is where I work. These are my tickets to the show of the decade. These are my friends. And this, I couldn't live without this. Oh, this is the girl I went out with last night.
Hey,
Hey.
you gonna make it tonight?
This is going to be awesome.
The all-new Civic EXL, the most technologically advanced Civic ever. Only from Honda.
Rated PG-13.
We're back. So is Bubba Watson, admitting he's tired, tuckered out from all that activity that comes with winning a major, taking the green jacket off, putting it back on, TV appearances, radio hits, probably a few interviews for various websites, and then the medical fact that crying makes you tired. I mean, Bubba's done a lot of that, too. Steady stream of tears since hitting that remarkable hook onto the 10th green a few weeks ago at Augusta. He'll defend there next April. He's defending in New Orleans today at the Zurich Classic. No tears in his eyes, just tired. This is the first round, and the big lefty out of the bunker. The par 5 second, that'll work. He'd make birdie, gets him to even par at the 4th. Putting for birdie, got it. Green's a little slower than at Augusta, but he was all right. Ernie Els coming out strong at the 5th. The approach from the fairway. Ernie hopes to get back to Augusta. He wasn't there this year. Lands 3 feet from the hole. He'd birdie, get to 2 under at the par 4 12th. That's a birdie. He went 6 under 66, 5 better than the Masters champion. And then Cameron Tringale, he putts for birdie and makes it. First round, 4 straight birdies. He finished 7 under 65. Ken Duke is a co-leader as well.
The Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck. The Washington Redskins select Robert Griffin III.
Go catch that green, because a lot of times when you chase something, you never catch it.
I'll be shocked if this isn't Justin Blackmon.
Jacksonville Jaguars select Justin Blackmon. '77 NFL Draft.
Hi there, we have crossed the top of the hour. It's top of the hour really no matter where you are. Steve Levy alongside Colin Ravitch here on Sport. Really, any time zone you're in.
Yeah, it's right at the top.
It's the top of the hour.
It's 12, it's 6, it's 3 something.
We had a Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs go to overtime last night. Tonight we have one that is currently in double overtime. Barry Melrose is standing by, but first, our top pick to lead the show is the NFL Draft.
Oh, I thought it was baseball, because baseball tonight actually just started, top of the hour on ESPN2.
We cover all sports.
Yes, we do.
It's called Sportxcenter, not Baseball Center.
So this is the NFL now?
Pretty much.
Guess who was the #1 pick in the draft?
Andrew Luck.
You got it. What else is there to talk about? He follows in the footsteps of Peyton Manning. You think there was actually somebody on the other end of that phone saying, hey, we took you? Because they told him like a week ago he was going to be the guy. Luck was the star at Stanford like Elway and Jim Plunkett before him, and he was told by the Colts this was the move they were going to make this night. So they take him. He becomes the 4th quarterback, taken #1 by the Colts, joining John Elway, good career, Jeff George, and Peyton Manning. This marks the 12th time in 15 years a quarterback goes with the #1 pick. Stanford, the first school to have 4 different quarterbacks taken with the first overall pick.
Oh, it was great. It was everything I've ever thought it would be. You know, I just feel so blessed, so fortunate to be in this situation, and, you know, can't wait to start with the Colts. I hope for the best. We'll come in, work hard. I know there's a lot of great guys in the locker room already, and, I feel so honored, so grateful to be able to represent the city now and be a part of the team.
Good player, good college. Same for RG3. He was chanted his name by the crowd. Actually, when Luck was coming off the podium, the Baylor standout QB goes #2 to the Redskins. Washington traded a lot to get him. They were either going to get him or Luck if the Colts didn't take him.
The plan is to go in day one and show the veterans that I'm there to work, not for show. A lot of things you have to do in the league are business-like, but I want to show them that I'm all for them. I'm looking forward to winning football games and joining the team. Go catch that dream, because a lot of times when you chase something, you never catch it. So if you say, hey, I'm going to go catch my dream, you're already telling yourself that you're going to get it. And that's the message to all the kids out there.
All right, catch that dream. That's what his socks said. There were no cartoon characters, just catch that dream. This marks the 5th time in the common draft era the quarterbacks go 1 and 2. Hasn't happened since '99 when Tim Couch and Donovan McNabb went 1-2. Also happened back in '71 when it was Jim Plunkett, who also played at Stanford. He went 1st overall. One other Redskins note, by the way, and they hope to change this like really quickly. They've used 21 different quarterbacks over the last 19 years. We continue now. The Browns traded up to number 3 to get that guy, Trenton Richardson. The Browns had an NFL low 4 rushing touchdowns last year. They lost Peyton Hillis in free agency. Richardson is really good. He's really strong. Alabama's got a good pedigree. After trading down, the Vikings grabbed offensive lineman Matt Khalil. The last 3 O-linemen taken by the Vikings in the first round, they all reached the Pro Bowl. Levy knew that, he told me. The Jaguars moved up from 7th to take OK State receiver Justin Blackmon. He goes number 5. This marks the 4th time in the draft era, common draft era, that each of the top 5 picks went offensively. First defensive player taken at 6. This began a run of them. The Cowboys gave up the 14th overall pick and a second rounder to take that guy, Morris Claiborne, out of LSU. Number 7, we stay in the SEC. Alabama defensive back Mark Barron goes to the Bucs. Tampa Bay's pass defense ranked 29th in touchdowns allowed last year. This is a pass-happy league. You need people who can stop the pass happiness, or who can continue that on the offensive side. That's why at 8 overall, the Dolphins take Ryan Tannehill, first A&M quarterback ever taken in the first round.
It takes my breath away. You know, it's to see my name on the back of an NFL jersey in an organization like the Miami Dolphins. I couldn't be more excited.
You had told me a while ago it would be a dream to walk across this stage. What was it like?
Everything I expected, probably more than I expected. You know, just hearing my name called, you know, getting the phone call from the Dolphins, walking across and shaking the commissioner's hand. You know, it's a moment of a lifetime.
That's Ryan Tannehill. We look at picks 9 through 15, all but one of which were defensive players. The Panthers decided to take Luke Kuechly out of BC. He's the first Boston College linebacker taken in the first round since Romo in 1988. A lot of movement early on in the draft. We continue now with Steve. Steve, happy draft.
16 is always interesting because it's the Jets pick in New York. And the Jets, looking for a pass rusher, went with North Carolina defensive end Quentin Coples. Some believe he could be the next Julius Peppers, second straight D lineman taken by the Jets in the first round. The Patriots went with a defensive end, Chandler Jones, with the 21st pick, 6'5" pass rusher out of Syracuse. His brother is UFC champion John Bones Jones. I know you're into the UFC, Ravi.
I love it.
One pick later, the Browns took Oklahoma State quarterback Brandon Whedon. The Browns finished last season ranked 24th in passing behind Seneca Wallace and Colt McCoy.
You know, obviously, you know, Colt's a great player, and you know, I just want to come in and compete and do my best and put everything I have out there to be the best player I can. And however things line up, you know, so be it. Like I said, Colt's done a great job there, and it's gonna be fun competing with him.
All right, moving on. Let's see what the rest of this round looked like. Alabama at defensive back Dre Kirkpatrick went 17th to the Bengals. Rounding out the top 20, Melvin Ingram, Shane McClellan, and Kendall Wright. Offensive linemen Riley Reif and David DeCastro went 23 and 24. As for a little speed, a little running back action, the Giants with a 32nd overall pick, last of the first round. David Wilson, the running back out of Virginia Tech. First Giants running back taken in the first round, dating back to Ron Dane in 2000. Again, no Brandon Jacobs for the Giants, so they have holes to fill. That's what the draft is all about. And the bottom of the first round looked this way. Dante Hightower went to the Patriots at number 25. A.J. Jenkins to the Niners, running back Doug Martin to the Bucs. And again, Wilson at the bottom there. Certainly not Mr. Irrelevant, but he goes as the last pick in the first round to the Giants.
A flashback of Megan. Did you feel that when he was running around?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
Thank you.
I did. Chris Mortensen and Adam Schefter now with all the player movement from the first round of the NFL draft.
All right, Mort, we thought there would be a lot of trades, and there were even more than we thought. 8 in the first round, and that doesn't include Washington going up to number 2 to get RG3. Without the rookie wage scale, without these big contracts for the rookies, teams are not fearful of trading up to get the guy that they want. What stood out to you in the first round?
It's the team we've been saying, why don't they
trade up instead of trade back all the time. It's the New England Patriots. And I really believe Bill Belichick is saying he's looking at the AFC. It's a weaker conference right now. He's going for it. He went for it in this first round. They went up and got Syracuse defensive end Chandler Jones, a guy that I had one evaluator compared to LT, Lawrence Taylor, kind of a poor man's Lawrence Taylor. Belichick coached Lawrence Taylor with the New York Giants. And then they went and got Dante Hightower, the Alabama inside linebacker, a 260-pounder, but somebody who can also put his hand on the ground when they're doing the four-man rush. So I think the Patriots are basically saying, Tom Brady, this is our year. Here's what we got for you, a defense.
The other team that had a great opening round was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got the guy they wanted in Mark Barron, planning to take him all along. They were never trading up to number 3 to go get Trent Richardson. That was not the plan. The plan was to trade back to get a guy like Mark Barron. They got an extra 4th-round pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then the Buccaneers come back later in the first round, sneak in front of the New York Giants, who would have liked to have gotten Boise State running back Doug Martin. Tampa gets a Ray Rice Jr. type back in Tampa to pair with LeGarrette Blount. They get a running back, they get a safety. Tampa Bay made out, and they did the Vikings a favor in the opening round of the draft.
A little bit later on, more on the draft. Todd McShay on the best first-round pick and which player will make the most immediate impact in the NFL. That's a little bit later, as we have now moved past the top of the hour.
In direct contrast to the final day of the NFL, Major League Baseball, and even the NHL's regular season, I present to you the last night of the NBA campaign. There's no Giants-Cowboys game on the schedule here, where the loser goes home and the winner maybe goes on to win the World Championship. All 16 NBA playoff teams had been predetermined. 10 of the 16 seeds were set, so some home court and some matchups were still TBD. The real bang for your buck, though, could have been Kobe Bryant needing 38 points to win the scoring title until he decided to take the night off, thinking that rest this time of year more valuable than a regular season individual honor. Such honor goes to Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Kobe said winning his 3rd scoring title of his 16-season career was not very important, so instead Durant will take it, gets his 3rd, and as an added bonus, I almost fell up the stairs there. Did you saw that, Randy?
Fell up the stairs.
Fell up the stairs.
Yeah.
At just 23 years old, Durant is the youngest to win 3 scoring titles. Bob McAdoo was 24 when he won his 3rd. Durant finished 17/100ths of a point ahead of Kobe in what was the 2nd closest scoring title race in the NBA history. Tight, yo.
Did you say tight, yo?
Every night. Watch the show once in a while, will you?
I can't. I have a show opposite.
My catchphrases.
Bulls are the #1 seed in the East, can be the overall top seed, getting home court forever. Wrapping the season against the Cavs. Rose is out. Those are the Bulls. They're running. That's Noah who finishes that playoff with a layup. All right, Bulls down 2. Cavs are playing for their draft pick, which isn't really good. That's defense turned offense, and now the long 3. Count it. The Bulls were toying with him. 107-75. Lucas with 25 points. Sixers resting everyone, punting on a chance to change their playoff position. Does anyone other than the Bobcats care tonight? Anybody? Let's put on the blue bandanas in honor of Ben Wallace's possible final home game. Ben Gordon exploded tonight. This was a good night to explode. He's banging threes every which way you're looking. Later in the second, he makes number 4. Gordon hits the 5th 3 of the quarter. The former UConn standout can light it up from anywhere. The next Piston possession, he didn't get the memo. This was the last night of the regular season, and nobody's supposed to actually care. Ben Gordon hit 7 threes in the 2nd quarter. Give him a headband. The most threes in a quarter by one player this season. End of the game, they're calling for that guy. They want the bandana. They want Ben. Good stuff there. Strong player. Wallace takes one last curtain call in what could be his final game. And as a parting gift, he gets the ball.
All right, the Mavericks and Hawks, significance. Atlanta could clinch home court advantage in the first round with a victory. That's something Josh Smith and the fellas want. Big in the NBA playoffs, not so much in the NHL. Jeff Teague to Josh Smith there. Hawks up 50-31 in the second. Here's Johnson hitting the jumper after making a couple of moves on Dirk. In the 3rd quarter, how's the Dallas defense look? They don't look all that interested. Teague gets the pass. Teague could have done anything he wanted there. Hawks clinch first round home court They win 106-89.
Well, that Hawks win hurt the Celtics. Even though their pride is on display, they're playing their regulars. They'll be on the road to face that team we just saw, the Hawks, in round one. Kevin Garnett, he had 4 points in 11 minutes, so he played sparingly. Oh, little drop-down dime there from Rondo to Sean Williams. Yes, he's eligible for postseason. Pierce behind the defense. He had a dozen, and under 8 to play, Celtics by 18. Rondo the oop to Ryan Hollins. Who? Ryan Hollins. Rondo had 15 assists, no points. The only Celtic not to score. Getting fired up for the NBA playoffs. Here's how it looks. The Bulls, the number 1. The Sixers, the 8. Celtics and Hawks will start in Atlanta. Pacers and the Magic, part of the bottom half. And so are the Heat and Knicks. Those are your NBA Eastern Conference playoffs.
Go West, young man. The Nuggets and the Timberwolves with a win. George Karl's Nuggets would face the Lakers in the first round. They're trying to avoid the Thunder. Everybody like to avoid the Thunder. JaVale McGee out in front in the open dunk on the break. McGee had 19. Nuggets up 24. Aaron Aflalo. The Nuggets win. They do clinch the 6th seed in the West. Meanwhile, a side note, a sidebar to this game is Brad Miller playing his final game of the NBA. Miller with the good look, finding Malcolm Lee for the layup. Miller had 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Very consistent there. And then checks out of the game for the final time. Lots of hugs and handshakes and emotion pouring out of the 14-year veteran, Brad Miller. All right, as for the Magic and the Grizzlies win, and they would clinch home court advantage over the Clippers. Hedo Turkoglu misses the 3. Marc Gasol, rebound with one hand, baseball pass to Rudy Gay. Watch Gasol firing it down there. The Grizzlies led 54-30 at halftime. Watch Gasol here. Lays out DeAndre Liggins to the right of his screen, that pick. That led to a long 2 there by O.J. Mayo, and then Mike Conley Jr. finds Gasol. Gasol led the way with 22, and the Grizzlies do, in fact, win. So here's the deal in the West. The Spurs will draw the Jazz. The win by Memphis gives them a home court against the Clippers. The Lakers, without Ron Artest for potentially the whole first round, they'll play the Nuggets, while the Thunder and Mavs will meet in a rematch of last year's Western Conference Final. As for the NBA Final, the Championship Series, hey, Kurt Rambis, who do you like getting together there?
I'm looking forward to seeing the San Antonio Spurs and the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals. The Spurs have done an exceptional job all year long, putting together extremely long winning streaks, 2 of them of 11 games, finishing out the season with a 9-game winning streak. Miami having a tough defensive team, an explosive transition team, as well as 2 of the premier players in the league in Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. It's going to be an exciting NBA Finals.
The NBA isn't fooling around in terms of scheduling. They're going to get started here right away. They'll start Saturday. 4 games, including 3 on the ESPN Fine family of networks. The Knicks and Heat tip off 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Interest level high. At night, we have a doubleheader on ESPN. Magic at Pacers first, followed by the Mavs and Thunder again. Rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. The NBA playoffs going to get her going on Saturday.
With the first pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Andrew Luck.
A lot more from the draft. Todd McShay makes his top overall headlines for the first round, who he thinks is the best first-round pick. And not easy to tame a tiger, but the Mariners did it. They bust out the broom, sweep the series, and the Royals are riding a bit of a winning streak. Royal pride. And, Steve, you know this. There is a buzz on Twitter for this Amari Stoudemire dunk. Yes, the facial. Joe and Zach say, get it in. And Miles McDowell thinks it should be number 1. Miles to go, people. Miles to go. Stay tuned. This is SportsCenter. NHL game may be wrapping.
Wake up! Time for school!
Every 26 seconds, a kid drops out of high school. But without an education, you never know where you're going to land. Wake up. Life is too short to sleep through it. Good dreams start here.
State Farm and LeBron are helping kids graduate. Get involved at 26 Seconds on Facebook.
The people love me. I am like a father to them.
quite literally to about 700 of them.
In his country, he called the shots.
Supreme Leader, the United Nations demands you come to New York.
I will tell them I don't have any nuclear weapons. Then before you just need to ice it.
But on May 16th,
welcome to New York City. No one will recognize you without this.
Can he make it in America?
Shut up, loser.
Clean up on aisle 4.
The Dictator rated R starts May 16th.
The handlebar mustache. It's not right for every occasion. Unless, that is, you find yourself drafted into an old-timey bare-knuckle boxing match. There are some things best saved for the right occasion, but then they make those occasions even righter. It's like under every handlebar mustache, there's a little Heineken light.
With 31 miles per gallon highway,